I'm excited to be doing video 3 of my series that walks you through drawing the human face and head. The first video, if you didn't see, covered drawing the eyes. The second video covered drawing the nose. And like I'm sure you can guess, today's video is going to cover drawing the mouth. I'm excited about this one. It seems to be one of the easier features to draw for people. However, I know of one part of it in particular that everybody seems to accidentally get wrong. So I'm excited to be able to clear that up for everybody, and I hope you enjoy this video. See you guys after.
Okay, everyone, let's get started. So for the first set of lips we're drawing, this is the profile view. And the woman in the reference photo that I used for drawing this set of lips, she had a very pronounced, I don't even know what you would call it. The center section of her upper lip was way more pronounced than, most people. It looked like she had just recently used one of those like lip sucker things, or I don't know, Botox or something. Or maybe it's natural, you never know. But anyways, obviously it's going to be different depending on the features of every individual, but yeah, just pay attention to the lines and folds and all of that. So at the beginning of this video, I said there was one thing in particular that I noticed people do all the time that doesn't help them out. And that is drawing the outside of the lips. Like literally drawing the lip shape lines on the outer edges of the lips. Now, in real life, there's really only a color difference that allows you to see where the end of the lips are and where the rest of the facial skin begins. And people have a tendency to want to draw like an actual line there. If you noticed, when I was drawing it, I pretty much just used my blending stick to create the shading of it. And, in all of these videos, the tutorials that I've been doing, I haven't even touched the facial skin, really. I've done shading and stuff for the nose and right around the outside of the eyes and stuff, but in all reality, I haven't taken the time to perfectly do the skin tones and all of that. I've been mainly focusing on just drawing the features. Now, when we get to doing the whole face and head, we'll go into that quite a bit more. Now, for this one, the lips, once you start working your way out to the rest of the skin, it becomes apparent that the two different tones are what cause the lips to look like the lips. It's not like a hard edged line like you would get around like the nostrils of your nose or something like that. It's a very smooth, soft transition. And really what you're working with is tones. It's not a structural thing. And so I just wanted to make sure that that was one of the main things that I talked about, because it is the main thing that I notice people do incorrect. So when you're drawing your lips, try to just do a very soft shading to it. And I promise you, once you get to the rest of the face, it'll become way more clear and obvious that that's the better approach. And you can always do both, like do the same drawing with softer features and then do the same drawing with hard edge features. And it'll become clear to you that the softer edges look way more natural. Now for the front view, I feel like this is the easiest for people to draw. I mean, lips and eyes are one of the most common things for people to draw when it comes to human beings, I guess. They're fun and they're pretty and they're way less intimidating than drawing the entire face and doing a full portrait. And so, I think that it's one of the easier things to draw. I think that what people don't do that really does make a difference, and you'll especially see this with the last set of lips that I'm about to draw. A lot of people don't go into detail enough. They just shade it on in and then call it good, but everybody's lips have all these little defined lines, and you know, you get chapped lips and things like that. Lips aren't perfect. They have all kinds of small little detail in them. And in these drawings, I could have pushed it farther. I could have gone into more detail. Um, and I think that I possibly should have. But definitely push it farther. Go go into extreme details. And I think I'm pretty sure that I said this with the irises of the eyes in my eye video. A lot of people just same sort of deal. They shade in the colored part and block out the pupil, but they don't go into the tiny little flecks of light and detail that are within the eye. And it's the same thing with the lips. Um, and I definitely could have pushed it farther. You will see in this set, this is, I guess, a kissy lip type set of lips, but um, this pair of lips especially, because when you pucker up and you give that smooch look, that's when the lines get super defined. And have fun with it. Have fun with getting all of those little details in there, because just like with painting and any sort of art you create, the more you push the details, the more it pops, the more interesting it becomes for the viewer. And in my opinion, the more fun you have. So push it farther, get those details, have fun with it, and pay attention to the small microscopic bits that come with drawing. One of the things that I've learned from drawing and practicing and learning myself, is that you can spend 5 minutes on one particular feature. I could spend 5 minutes on one of these sets of lips, and you could make it pretty darn good. I mean, definitely not super realistic, but then you also go back and you work on a feature for an hour. I could literally have sat here and just drawn these 3 sets of lips for an hour apiece. Working it, pulling things out, pushing things in, you know, enhancing the shadows and all of the small little details. And some people will say, oh my gosh, like spend an hour on one feature. But honestly, the results you get come from the time you spend. So if you want something super hyper realistic and every little detail in there, take the time. Don't be afraid, or don't get, put out with the idea of spending a long while mastering and perfecting as much as you can what you're creating. And it's the reason that you go onto Instagram and you see these hyper realistic, awesome drawings. And honestly, I just want to challenge you to push things further, try your hardest, get those details in. These were really quick, basic lips, but they give you an idea and have fun with it.
Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video and I hope it helped. I really wish I would have done something about like teeth and tongue and all of that, but what can I say? I didn't. So if you want me to do something like that, I'd be totally happy to do it. Just let me know what you think down in the comments below. Also, leave me a comment if you didn't understand something or if you have some questions. I can totally respond back. And if you did enjoy this video, definitely hit the thumbs up button. I would really appreciate that. And hit subscribe if you haven't already. Definitely check out my social media accounts, Instagram, Facebook. All of my social media is the exact same, Artwork by Payton. If you want to email me, you can always do that. It's just artworkbypayton@gmail.com. And I hope you guys have a great weekend and a great week, and I will see you next week. Might be a different type of video. Not completely sure if I'm going to do the next video in this series or something else. I don't know. I like to mix it up. Whatever. I hope you guys have a great week. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye. Check out my social media, artwork. Need to do a video of like that, Just let me down in the blah blah blah. Nothing makes sense. Oh my god. Just okay.